Hi everyone, welcome back to Book Talks. So if you remember, Monday was International Women's Day, and this is part 2 of talking about women from all over the world who have been ahead of their time and who have changed the industries that they're in. So the first one we are going to talk about is called Ada's Ideas, and this one is written by Fiona Robinson, and the story is about Ada Lovelace, or Ada Lovelace. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that last name, but I always forget that she is Lord Byron, the famous romantic poet, that she is his daughter. And she was considered to be the first programmer. A lot of the things that developed later from computers comes from work that she did. So now her mother was afraid that she was going to become eccentric like Lord Byron. So she divorced him, and she was constantly, watching her and pushing mathematics on her. But it was something that she was really good at, so it worked out well for her. So if you want to learn all about Ada, this is a great book. It's got beautiful illustrations. There's a lot of mathematical features throughout. Like there's some pictures there with numbers, and then there's another one with rulers and all kinds of other mathematical features. And there's one of the inventions that she worked on. She was able to befriend Mr. Mr. Babbage. What was his first name? And he taught her a lot and kind of took her under his wing and taught her everything he knew. And like I said, she was one of the early programmers. So if you are into computer science, then you really want to learn about Ada Lovelace. Now the second book is called Joan Proctor, Dragon Doctor, The Woman Who Loved Reptiles, by Patricia Valdez, illustrated by Felicity Sala. Now, Joan Proctor was a famous England zoologist, and her specialty was working with Komodo dragons. And she had a lifelong love for reptiles. Even as a little girl, when she would have tea parties instead of dolls, she would have tea parties with her lizards. And she befriended the curator of the National History Museum. And then when he retired, she took over his job. And then when the England Zoo was redoing their reptile building, they asked her to consult with them so that they could have everything that they needed, and they could have a state-of-the-art facility because she knew so much about reptiles. And this book is filled with beautiful illustrations. It's kind of has like this pencil color lines to it. It's very colorful, and you will get to see all kinds of lizards, and you'll see the Komodo dragon, and people, I don't know if you can tell in that picture, people are kind of gasping. They just can't believe how brave she is and that she's not scared of these big, gigantic lizards. So if you want to read about somebody who loves reptiles and who is very brave, then check out Joan Proctor, Dragon Doctor. And then the last book that I'm going to talk about is called Anything But Ordinary, Addie, The True Story of Adelaide Herrmann, Queen of Magic, written by Mara Rockcliffe, illustrated by Icapo Bruno. Now, Addie was a girl ahead of her time. She loved performing, and as she was growing up, she met and fell in love with, what was her husband's name? Herrmann was his last name. But, well, what she did was when she fell in love, Alexander Herrmann. So when she fell in love, she actually asked him to marry her. And all of the other girls of her time were like, what? Like, women don't ask men to marry them. So, like I said, she was very ahead of her time. And he was a performer and he was a magician. So she left with him to start a show. And then when he passed away, she knew that the performers that were in their show depended on that income. So she said the show must go on. And she became, a famous magician and revolutionized a lot of things that were happening in magic. And this one also is just filled with beautiful, beautiful illustrations and very colorful. And I love how they incorporate a lot of big visual text. And there's almost a little bit of like a montage feel to it, kind of like a paper doll type of effect with the way they layer some of the artwork. So if you want to learn all about a famous magician, then check out Anything But Ordinary Addie. And then if you want to learn about a famous zoologist, then check out Joan Proctor, Dragon Doctor. And then, of course, you want to learn all about one of the first computer engineers, then check out Ada's Ideas. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, bye.